Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Tara here with you tonight. It's a cold, snowy night. We need a fast dinner. And my kids have been requesting this for a couple of weeks, so I make this as a special treat. We're going to be making Tater Tot Casserole. Now there's several different types of recipes out there, but I'm going to go over with you the recipe that was given to me by one of my good buddies, and man, can she cook. You want to talk about a girl that can cook. So this is her recipe. She makes this often and everybody loves it, so she finally broke in and gave me the awesome recipe. So I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. We're going to go over the basics while my beef is cooking up here. So you're going to get out a skillet. I like cast iron, some type of skillet that you can cook the meat in, make your portions in, and then you're going to put your tater tots in, and then you can bake it. So it's kind of like a one dish type deal. That's the best way to go about this. You don't have to. You can transfer it, but why make it difficult when you don't have to? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to brown up. Now for me, I use 1 pound of ground beef. You can use up to 2. Just depends upon how much ground beef you want. Okay, so right here we're just looking at about a pound of ground beef, and we're going to get it going here in just a minute, but it's already working. It's in my cast iron skillet. Over here, this is all you need. Listen to this. You're going to need a can of cream of mushroom. Now, some folks out there will use different types of cream soups. They may use cream celery or something like that. I don't prefer that. I like the cream of mushroom. I think it gives the best flavor. If you know how to make your own, or if you prefer an organic version from the store, go for it. It's all you, baby. The next thing you're going to use is sour cream. You're going to use about a half a cup to a cup of sour cream. To be honest with you, I don't even measure. I've made this so much, I just plop in there what I think works, and you'll see that. But to give you kind of an idea of a measurement, that's what we're going to be going for. Also, you're going to need simple salt and pepper, or salt and pepper. And then I like to add in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Say that 10 times. So I use a couple of dashes of that. That is all that I use in my seasonings and in my flavoring. That's it. If you want to add a little bit something more, go for it. But these are the basic. After the beef, you've got a basic 5 here. And then, of course, you will have your tater tots right there. Those are coming later with some shredded cheese. So we're working up a late dinner tonight. We've worked the barn. We've got snow and ice everywhere. So when we get to the next phase, I'll take you along for the ride. All right, guys, we are at the simple phase 2. I have browned my meat. You know how long that takes? Just a few minutes. Get it nice and browned. I've drained off some of the fat. I have added a couple of dashes of salt. I don't have an exact measurement. I leave that up to you because you're adding sodium when you're adding in your creamed mushroom soup. So I did a couple of dashes of salt, a couple of dashes of fresh ground pepper. Then I did a couple of dashes of the Worcestershire sauce, which always gives it excellent flavor. I love to use that also in my shepherd's pie. And then I did a good dollop or so of the sour cream. And then you have, of course, the cream of mushroom soup. I'm simply going to mix this up. While this is going on and mixing and getting the flavors going in the meat, I've already preheated my oven to 350. So this is where we at right here. So let's just get going. All right, guys. So we've gotten everything mixed in with the meat. And then I did a little taste test, and I decided to add just a hair more salt and 1 more dash of Worcestershire sauce. That's up to you on what you want to add while you're browning the meat. If you wanted to maybe, get some onions going in there, it's up to you. My husband doesn't like onions in this recipe, so we just leave it out, but it's totally up to you. You'll figure out what you like. So the next phase is simply making a mess, of course, and we're going to add a little bit of cheese. Now, you've already grated some cheese, so you're going to need about 2 cups of cheese. You can use cheddar. I like to use Monterey Jack in a lot of different recipes, and I'm trying to film and do this at the same time. So you're just going to add a small, thin layer of cheese in here. Just makes it really, really good, okay? That's all I'm doing. This is all cooked through, and it'll melt down, okay? So I'm going to turn the oven. The oven is on. I'm going to turn the stove top off. Now what I'm going to do is simply arrange my tater tots, all right? So we'll get to that. All right, guys, so after I added the cheese, all you're going to do is top the casserole simply with a 28-ounce bag of tater tots. You can use the minis. I bought the minis this time. I normally buy the large tater tots from Trader Joe's. but I'm out of theirs, and we're late for a run to go down to the Trader Joe's, and the weather hasn't helped. So I grabbed this the other day at the store. My husband did for me, so we knew we were going to make this. So this is actually the minis. My kids love the little minis. Now, you're going to bake this at 350 in the oven for about 30 minutes, but you need to eyeball that, because if you're using the smaller tater tots like I am, it may be more like 23 or 25 minutes. So just gauge that and eyeball it. When you feel the tater tots are getting really crispy and golden brown, that's when you're going to pull it out for the next phase, which is more cheese. So we're going to put this in the oven, let it bake, and see how it turns out. All right, guys, it took I took this out at 29 minutes, so around 30 minutes is actually what this cooked really good at. So even the small tater tots cooked just as good as the large tater tots in terms of the time. So you're going to want to take it out. You can see it's hot, it's bubbling, and boy, does it smell good. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to top it with shredded cheese, okay? That's the same cheese you saw me put underneath the tater tots before I put the tater tots on. So I'm just going to hold this with my right hand. And we're just going to add, we grated this cheese right before we started the video. And again, we did about 2 cups, so we just did a little dash underneath here, and the rest of it we're just going to put right on top. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes, 5-7 minutes, just to get the cheese melting and spread and everything golden and delicious. So let's see how it turns out. All right, guys, we just pulled her out of the oven. We finished her off for about 5 minutes to let the cheese melt and settle. And we're going to scoop it to show you how it looks. So I'm going to hold the camera, and I'm going to do my best to scoop it with the left hand. I've got everybody in the kitchen standing around. They're just waiting. They love this stuff. It's great to make in a double batch. Maybe take to a potluck lunch. Just goes over well with everybody. It's got a really good combination of flavors. Alrighty, so that's, woo! Boy, it's hot. And we're going to put it over on the plate. My old plate here, so you can see. Alright, guys, we're going to enjoy this tonight. It's cold. We have a lot of snow. We're going to get a whole lot more snow. So this is a great little comfort dinner we've got going on tonight by the fire. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for watching us here at Appalachia's Homestead. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you see. Check us out on Facebook and Pinterest and on Instagram and all these cool places. We're going to enjoy this. I hope you try this out. Adapt it how you need to adjust to exactly what you need. And I know you're going to love it. We'll talk to you soon.